Hi everyone. So this video is some new material about dreams. What I realized is that I use dreaming a lot to work through different issues, like personal issues or issues where I don't have a lot of clarity, or issues where I feel the answer is very broad and it would be hard for me to understand it in the daytime. And in dreaming, you have less filters active during the dream from the mind. So you can possibly get information in a different form and at a much deeper level than you might be able to process during the day. Now, you do have to remember and be able to process that information after you wake up, because after you wake up, your mind filters and your current beliefs and expectations are all in operation. So when you're remembering the dream, your mind will interpret it in a certain way if that will make it smaller and drown out some of the information, unless you're working on your beliefs also in the daytime and opening up your mind. And you may have experienced that you've had a very powerful, vivid dream, and you wake up, and almost instantly, as you wake up, it sort of starts fading away. And after 10 minutes, you may not remember hardly anything of the dream. So that is what is happening there, is the dream was very powerful, it's coming from a deep part of you, but your mind basically couldn't handle the information because it wouldn't fit with the belief systems that you have set up. So keep working on opening your beliefs during the daytime, but you can also work in dreaming. You can easily set an intent to dream about anything that you want and have the answers come to you during the dream. I would not start with things that are confusing you a lot or feel very important or difficult to you if you haven't practiced a lot with dreaming before. Once you do build up that skill, you can get any information you want, but until you learn to trust that dreaming side of yourself and build that communication with it, that's not going to happen very easily. So, like I say, with intent, start with things that are fun and easy. The same thing with when you start working with dreams, start with things that are fun and easy. A really good intent just to start building that communication is take something very simple, like for instance, a red ball or a blue box. And as you fall asleep at night, intend to dream about that blue box. So I would start 10 minutes before you start falling asleep and imagine yourself walking around somewhere, say in your room, and walking up and seeing a blue box. And try to make that experience as vivid as possible. So you walk up to it, maybe you put your fingers on it, you feel it, you knock on it, you're just exploring that tactile experience of encountering that box. Do that 10 minutes before you fall asleep for, 3 or 4 minutes, and then forget about it and let it go. And it may not happen the first night, but if you have set that intent, sooner or later it will happen. I would practice doing that, focusing on that object, maybe 2 or 3 nights in a row, and then give it a rest, and then do it 2 or 3 nights again. All this is going to do is help you understand that dreams are more under control and part of who you really are, and something you can work with than you previously thought. And once you build up that belief, then you will start naturally having more dreams to questions that you have. This will happen. It will work. When it will work, I don't know. How it will work, I don't know. Sometimes in dreams, things come out in funny ways. You might find yourself standing as a tiny person inside a giant blue box or something like that. But the dreaming part of you is you. So there's no way that it can't be aware of what you want and what you feel and what you think, and that it will result at some point in time in that dream coming out. But I'm not real big on, what do they call, lucid dreaming? Because you don't really want the mind coming in and interpreting everything in dreaming, because the mind has a lot of filters, and you don't need it to filter out the broader information that you could have access to in dreaming. What has worked better for me, and what I think is more useful for people, is to allow dreams to be spontaneous and to be what they are, and to come from a place that is not the mind, but to develop the skill and the connection and communication to where you can set an intent for a dream beforehand, and then for that to come to you and for you to be able to interpret it in the morning in a way that you don't lose any of the depth of that dream. Nothing wrong with lucid dreaming. If you're enjoying it, that's fine, go for it. But not every useful dream has to be a useful dream. There are all kinds of other dreams to have that are very, very powerful. You don't have to be conscious in all of them to remember them or get great information. And in case you don't know, lucid dreaming is just when you're conscious in your dreams, and you're very aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it. So your mind is really there a lot. And if it's fun, that's great, go for it, but do other kinds of dreaming as well. Okay, that's all for now. Any questions, put them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them next Saturday. Thank you for being here.